Good morning, beautiful people out there. How you guys doing? Happy Marvelous Monday to you guys. This is episode number 53. I'm so excited and blessed to have you guys here each and every week. Just being obedient and doing what God has told me to do. And so blessed to be able to do that. Guys, man, I can't thank you all enough for tuning in each and every week. And it's all a part of obedience, from God. I was blessed to be called to do such a thing. Marvelous Monday, what we do is we have a Bible verse, we have a quote sometimes, and a message to get us started for the new week, and we're just going to get right into it because this is episode number 53. So those that have tuned in before, you know exactly what we do. And I pray that you share this message, and this message touches you just as much as it helps me, touches me. And man, real quick, shout out to everyone that had something to do with yesterday's event at Macy's, and for having Prototype, for having us out there yesterday. Friday was great at the Red Mile. Shout out to our Red Mile family. But yesterday was super, super special. It was extra special at Macy's. And there were a lot of our folks that came through to hang out with us, man. It was a good time. But yesterday morning, the message was so great at church at Southland. Shout out to Southland and all they do in their ministry. But it was just such a great message yesterday. And this is the second week of a series called Boxed In, which, a lot of us, may feel boxed in situations. And in a nutshell, the message yesterday, let me get the verse first, and then I'll give you the message that was relayed to us yesterday, or delivered to us, if you will. So the Bible verse comes from Jeremiah 29:11, and it simply reads, "For I know the plans that I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope in a future." Now this verse, I've read it before on one of these Marvelous Mondays way back, but obviously it came back for a reason. So someone needed to hear that. I know I needed to hear that this morning. I needed that reminder this morning. And yesterday the message was simply about how we go through life and how we view things that happen to us or are happening around us. When we grew up at school, you had the microscope and you knew about the telescope. Hopefully you went to a school where they had that. If not, a microscope is something that when you put something that is like a micro mini under the light, you can actually, it blows it up. You can see it at a bigger scale, and you can see details of something that you could probably not even see with the naked eye, or you can barely see with the naked eye, if you will. And it blows it almost out of proportion, if you will, is what the figurative was yesterday. In a telescope, you can use a telescope to see the moon or Mars or things like that. Something on a bigger scale, but it not blow it out of proportion. You can almost get a grasp of what it looks like on a smaller scale. You can't quite see the magnitude of it, but you can almost see the big picture, if you will. You can't quite see it, but you can almost see, okay, this is what's up there. It's more detailed without blowing it up. Now, that's how we go through life sometimes. And I know a lot of us are more where we go through things on looking through the microscope, which we blow things out of proportion, versus, knowing there's a big picture out there. We may see some of the details, but we don't quite know it all. And we have to remind ourselves that each and everything that we go through, each and everything that happens to us, it's not blown out of proportion, or we shouldn't blow it out of proportion. We should know that there is a bigger picture. We believe that and speak that. I've done a great job of that with myself, speaking positivity no matter what happens or what comes my way. I've been through a lot of trials in my lifetime, and a lot of tribulation in my lifetime. I've seen a lot of people going through trials and going through tribulations, and because of where I've came from, I truly believe and truly know that things will be all right. And it's the same for other folks, and those that are that have lost loved ones I pray for you and your family, that you find comfort and peace and joy in those times, because there is a bigger picture. Though we may not understand it, there is a big picture. I've gone through loss, and there are folks that are sick that I pray for each and every day, and I hope you all are doing the same. We've got to understand that we're not in control. We aren't in control. We're just a little speck of the big picture, but we have to be a light in those moments. Now, yesterday, we got a gift card. We played at Macy's, and after we played at Macy's, my wife, Abby, and Mom and I, we went to eat. We went to eat at Bar Louie's, delicious place if you haven't been there yet. And we got a gift card. So we're going to get a gift card for someone. And I ended up dropping the gift card. I didn't know it. I was looking for it. We went to Lindsay and Marcus's house. Shout out to them, and shout out to Lindsay. She's in real estate now. Lindsay Sebastian. I'll give you that information later. Shout out to her. Proud of her. But I didn't know. And I thought the gift card was a loss. I chucked it up as a loss. And I get home. I don't worry about anything, because I taught not to worry. And it's in the Bible. It tells me not to worry. But I just didn't think I was going to see it again. And I wanted to call, but I was like, I don't know. I was hesitant. But Abby insisted for me to call. Call up there. Long story short, I call up there. The gift card was there. That's rare. So I went and got the gift card. But I thought of that. I said, you know what? This morning I got a lesson about, blowing things out of proportion. And in that moment, it was out of proportion to me. I blew it out of proportion. And I didn't just, okay, maybe it's there. So that was my reminder. And hopefully this is a reminder for someone today. It is there, or maybe it is. You just got to stop, take your time, call. And you know who to call. The Creator. If you don't know Him, there's a way to get to know Him. And I would be more than happy to help you with that. But that's the simple message for today. No quote for today, just a message. I know it's a little longer than normal, but I had a lot to talk about. So I pray that this message helps someone this morning. And I pray that you all have a happy, marvelous Monday. And we will see you real soon. Podcast is coming up. Friday when I got home from work, the missus got this portable piece of machinery right here. So there's no excuses to not have the podcast up and rolling in the next week or so. So guys, be blessed, share, and show love always. And we'll see you soon. I love you, but God loves you even more. Happy, marvelous Monday.